All right, so if you made it this far, drum roll please. We're headed to Crown Heights, where they're building luxury condos for a fraction of the cost. Let's take a look. Sorry for the delay. As you guys know, I lost my baby boy, and I've had him for literally my whole adult life. So yeah, that was really hard. And I just went on a fabulous trip to Guatemala with my whole family. That's not what you came here for today, though. We want to get back to the hidden gem of Brooklyn. I'm gonna take you guys over there today. I bet you can guess what it is. Did I already tell you? A lot of my friends live there. If you're looking for affordable charm of Brooklyn, this is your neighborhood. Let's get after it. For those of you who are new here, it's your girl, Lizzztings. I make content for people who are moving to New York, who already live in New York, who are renting here and are ready to stop doing that and buy your own. I would love to show you what is going on here in the best city in the world. Today we are looking for a $250,000 a year salary and a price point around 900K to 1.2, 1.3. I know that's a big range, but that just gives us room to actually show what you can get with that money. And what you qualify for does vary based on what your credit score is, how much money you have saved, how much money you're going to be able to put down, and what you have in assets as far as post-closing liquidity. If you don't know what that is, watch my video on co-ops and condos. All right, let's go take a deep dive into Crown Heights. So what makes Crown Heights so special, you might ask? I have a lot of besties that live over there, and they are the ones who are giving me firsthand reasons why they love living there so much and why it feels like the best kept secret over in the closer part of the city in Brooklyn. So when I say closer, it's close to Barclays Center, it's close to Prospect Park, it's close to very many of the main subway lines and stops, so it's easier to get to Manhattan and work if you work in the city. So that's one of the reasons a lot of people like living there. So now let's take a look a little bit deeper at why the neighborhood is so special. So you're not going to be getting all of those overpriced tourist flooded blocks like we're seeing these days in the West Village and Williamsburg and downtown Brooklyn. And this neighborhood has real history, culture, and soul, and it's a lot of locals that are hanging out there, so you feel like a true New Yorker here. You can take a walk only 15 minutes away to get to very significant Brooklyn landmarks such as the Brooklyn Library, Brooklyn Museum, Prospect Park, Grand Army Plaza, and the Botanic Gardens. So definitely really cool to be right in the center of all of those places. And like I mentioned, Barclays Center is not far away if you're watching the net or the Liberty, so check out how that area looks as well. There's a ton of brownstones close by, as I've showed in a couple of the videos here. You can see the natural charm of this history of the city, just like you're seeing in Park Slope, Brooklyn Heights, and some of those other desired neighborhoods where you're going to be paying a lot more than what you'd be paying here in price per square foot. And we'll get into that in just a little bit, showing you the difference. And if you have not watched my part 1 on this same topic, highly recommend going back to part 1 of this series. It's looking at Brooklyn Heights and Park Slope, what you can get for your price point there in those neighborhoods. So Crown Heights is known for its food culture as well. There's a lot of different types of cuisine, so you can check out local favorites, and I'm going to show a couple of them here. So we have Chavella's, we have the Porto Viejo, we have the Muse, we have Franklin Park Beer Garden, which was a slam during the Knicks series when they won this past June. And you're gonna see a lot of those authentic food scenes popping up in and out, some of the old school gems and those bodegas on every corner, but also feeling like that authentic cuisine from those mom and pop shops that have been in business for centuries. Maybe not centuries, some of them definitely decades. Some of the cool things, especially in the summer, that a lot of people love about Crown Heights and that area close by Prospect Park is the closed summer streets. So you can see Vanderbilt and Franklin Ave are closed down on Saturdays, and they're open to a bunch of local markets, and they bring in local vendors and have fun activities. For example, the roller skating, I guess it was just in a day, an event, but you can check out their page and see what's available to check out in that area. Lots of different options there as far as the block parties, and you're getting all of those different options there as far as concerts, summer singing, skating rinks, and kayaking. And there's so many more community events on their website, so you can check it out in the link below. Again, there's the Botanic Garden is close by. I love Botanic Garden in the Bronx, but the Brooklyn one is very close second. Bronx is my partial favorite because my dad loved that area and we always celebrate his anniversary there in the Botanic Gardens of the Bronx, but the Brooklyn one is a smash hit as well. The Brooklyn Museum, of course, like we said, you can check that out in a walking distance from Crown Heights, so definitely want to see that. Okay, so let's at least take a look at what you're going to get if you're at 111 Montgomery over in Crown Heights. So this is a new build 2020 luxury condo. It's the only first full service condo at this stature in Crown Heights. So it's super close to Prospect Park and the Botanic Garden. There's 163 units. Some of them are for rent and some of them are for sale. So we're going to look at 2 different sale options and then 2 different rental options. Let's have a look. If we look at 111 Montgomery, this is a condo building, like I was saying, and it's going to show us where it is on the map. But I wanted to first just zoom out and see that it's very close to Prospect Park. So we can see on here where that is in reference to Prospect Park, which is right over here on our west side, our left on the map. So this building is beautiful. It's got 12 stories, and if you've been in Crown Heights area, you've probably seen this building because it's pretty high, but it's one of the newer buildings over there, and there are a couple that are coming in pretty quickly, so it's not going to be the only one for long. Looks beautiful as far as the common spaces, fun areas for kids. There's a gym. Let's get into what it would look like if you were going to buy a 1-bedroom. So 1 bedroom is in contract right now at the beginning of last month for $690. So that's about $1,000 per square foot. In this area, that's very reasonable. You're going to have a common charge each month of $866, and the taxes is $848. Not too bad. Floor plan looks pretty spacious. You're getting 676 square feet for a 1-bedroom, which is pretty nice. And I love this balcony. So let's take a look at what it says for the calculations on this. So that's with 20% down. So you need $138,000 in order to put in an offer here. Let's see if you're able to put 10. No, it looks like you're required to pay at least 20% on that one, and you would be able to play around with your mortgage rate based on what you got from your lender. And obviously we can work on the price if we wanted to, but we're looking at around $5,000 a month for our payment. And like I said, this is brand new. So it has central air dishwasher, washer dryer unit, a bike room, doorman, elevator, package room, live-in, super laundry in building as well, which and also a garage downstairs, which is amazing. Okay, let's take a look at what a 1-bedroom for rent is going for. So this looks, this is a 2-bedroom. So a 1-bedroom is going to go for $3,750, and that is just the base rent, so it's not including all of the other fees that might be involved there. But the floor plan, it looks similar, has a smaller balcony here, smaller square footage, 566, so almost 100 square feet smaller, and that does not include the outside space. So we'd never include the balcony. That's not livable square footage, so that's not included. So we're looking at $3,750. So yeah, think about that. The math is mathing on this one as far as what you would pay if you were buying. You're only paying just around $1,000 more, and you own it. rent. And I know that's a huge difference, Liz. No, not in the long run, that the money is going back in your pocket, and soon you'll have equity when you want to go sell or you rent it out, and you're able to rent it at the price that you're paying on your mortgage in a couple years at the rate that the appreciation is going on rentals in New York. This is the move, honey, especially in a condo. It's investor friendly. Let's take a look at the 2-bedroom options. So when you're in StreetEasy, it's easy to find what's available, what's unavailable. 2 bedrooms right here. So 2H, so it's on a lower floor, but we are looking at 1.24. So this is at the top of our price point of 1.3 when we're looking at a salary around 250K a year. So 2-bed, 2-bath is going to give us 982 square feet. Let's take a look at the floor plan. I love floor plans. So we have a primary bedroom over here. Doesn't look like there's any balcony included. Smaller space here for sure. And the price per square foot is a little bit higher, even considering the fact that it's on a lower floor and you're not getting that balcony. Something to think about if you want to get a 2-bedroom. It's always nice to have the option to rent out the other room if you have another person that you would want to have living with you, or you have a family member or son or daughter that would need to live with you. Good to get a 2-bedroom, but it is going to be a lot more expensive here. And you're looking at a payment of almost double. For some reason, they have 10% down available here. That's probably not accurate. Either one of the agents mislisted or the other, because the other one said you can only do 20%. So somebody is not sure about their fact. But that's looking like $8,932 with that 20% down. If you're doing 10%, let's just play with it. Why not? That's almost $10,000 a month. So 2-bedroom is looking a little more expensive, of course, but you are getting what you pay for. Of course, you have a lot more space there. And then let's look at a rental for this 2-bedroom in 0111 Montgomery. You're going to be paying $6,300 for a 2-bed, 2-bath, which is very reasonable. Looks like you do have that outdoor terrace, which is pretty cool, and spacious bedroom, spacious bathroom, great views. So, you know, that's based on the base rent only as well. It's only gone on the market of past 6 days. Might need to decrease that price or maybe increase depending on what the market shows us in the next couple of weeks. It's not available until September 1st. But if you want it, you got it. Go check it out. All the things that you would get if you bought, but you're going to be paying nearly close to what you would be paying if you owned. The 1-bedroom is a much better deal in this case. 2-bedrooms looking a little pricey at that price point. Maybe that's why it's still on the market. They might need to readjust what they're selling there. Okay, so I hope that was helpful. Obviously, if you're interested in any of these units and you want to see any of them, hit me up, send me a DM. I'm on Instagram, on everything at Lizzztings, and I'd love to be your real estate bestie and guidance over here in the greatest city in the world. We'll see you next time. Okay, and now we've reached the moment we're all waiting for, which is where I introduce you to the one neighborhood nobody really looks at when they're considering Brooklyn.